Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Clemens from Guangzhou Sourcing and I'm today at a factory for hotel furniture. So I'm here today to inspect some goods that we ordered. So I thought I'd take out my camera and I'd take you with me to show you a little bit around to give you an insight of like what is happening here and what they do, because I always think it's highly interesting and super cool to see. So I'm right now in the first floor manufacturing area. Here all the raw material is being prepared. So we can see a lot of woodwork is happening. It's really, I would say the first step in the production process. A lot of cutting and sawing, and you can see there in the back he's probably preparing some table legs, maybe it's chair legs, I can't tell exactly. Alright, let's go on. Also here you can see already some, I believe it's some bases for tables, side tables, also pretty nice. Alright, so that's a manufacturing shop drawing we've just seen there. Yeah, a lot of more wood. A lot of wood for all these furniture pieces that this factory does. So this factory does a lot of different furniture, mainly wooden and timber furniture. So there's really chairs and tables, but they also do a lot of sofas, a lot of bespoke stuff, so wall panels and also doors they do. So there's really a lot they can do here. Mainly they work with veneer. Here on top you see a little bit some veneer rolls. Okay, I have the feeling that everybody is going right now into lunch break. Nonetheless, we continue our tour here. So this factory here does a lot of different furniture. They are a hotel furniture factory. So they kind of specialize in being a one-stop solution supplier for hotels when it comes to timber furniture. So they do chairs, tables, cabinetry, really everything that's made and manufactured of timber. And it's one of those factories that we work with. Not necessarily always, so it depends a little bit on the project and the scope and the materials that we are using on the project. Alright, so just getting out of the elevator now. I'm at the second floor now. Everybody's going into lunch break, but that's not a problem. We'll just continue our tour here and I'll show you around. So second floor is all about different things. So upholstery is happening here, but also a little bit more frame making. So let's have a look. So that's all parts of sofas and armchairs. Pretty nice stuff. Okay, everybody is getting ready for its lunch break. But even better, so we have a little bit silence here for filming. That's even better. So that's bases for tables in a very early stage. So you can see here that there is basically pieces of timber being glued together, right? And this is all being grinded down then, and later on they will apply a veneer. Pretty nice stuff. Let's go a little bit further. I've just been there. We go now to the area where they do the upholsteries, and so upholstery workshop really. That's also interesting to see. So this is a very early stage in the upholstery. So after we have the wooden frame, they will basically apply a foam. This is what we're seeing here now, right? So we have the wooden frame and then the foam being applied to it, and later on there will be more foam and then finally the fabric. So you see here a couple of sofas that are ready for processing. But it's interesting because then you can really see how a sofa from the inside looks. So you always have this frame that's often made of solid wood or of plywood. It's a nice plywood core. These are solid wood pieces, and this is plywood. And that's the frame basically. We have the gliders already applied here, and then the first layer of foam. here we can see I don't even know what the name is. I guess the suspension under the sofa. So you can see that they actually use these kind of sino springs and then also a rope, which is always good to see because it gives a better firm seat to it, and makes it quite durable. So a lot more upholstery. Upholstery is always a little bit messy, but that's normal. And in the next step, they are applying the fabric or leather or PU leather, vinyl, whatever you need on it. And then the chairs look already pretty nice. That's basically the final step. So here we see a couple of chairs that have been finished. Really like the detail here that they kind of like use two different materials on the inside and outside. So we actually have like a PU leather on the outside and then a fabric on the inside. Gives a nice touch to it. I like it. And here's a couple of more chairs where the chair frame is finished or almost finished, and there is basically the seat cushion or the seat upholstery being installed on it. Here we have a couple of chairs for a Caribbean project that we actually ordered. So that's these were already finished. I had a look at them. They came out quite nicely. So everything I think was specified by the client. So it's a timber finish that goes throughout all the furniture, and then the fabrics have been chosen by the interior designers. I think it's quite comfortable as well. I think that's always important to test it out, right? But I can say, it's comfortable, it's stable, so that's the most important part. Okay, let's go and discover the third floor. All right, now on the third floor, this is actually also a mixed space, I would say. So let's have a look, like what's happening here. This is where the staining is happening. So whenever there's a solid wood or veneer, they will stain it. So they will apply a primer and then a final stain finish. So you can see like a couple of nice timber pieces here still being left out during the break. But that's basically where they will do the staining. And then we go in the next hall, in the next room, where a lot of assembly is happening then. And I've just been here to look at a couple of pieces that we ordered, just to make sure that the quality is good and that the sizes are as we wanted them. And we can have a quick look. So this is basically the place now where they assembled a couple of these drawers we ordered, some other pieces. Maybe it's a little bit interesting to understand this. So they will not mount the drawer handles on the outside because it's kind of difficult to pack it. So what they will do is they actually sample them inside. So once the customer receives it, they can turn it around and put it on the outside. And then also a pretty cool thing that we have done here on this order is we actually specified a vinyl that is basically applied to the door here, which gives it a really cool look and feel. And it's a pretty amazing touch. It's all soft closing, so all nicely closing, and looks cool. Looks a little bit more fresh than just having it in the same simple color everywhere. And then the tabletop looks obviously unfinished, and that's on purpose because it's not going to be a timber tabletop, but we are having a quartz that sits on top of here. Here you can see it. It's not being installed right now, so that's something that still will happen. But it gives a good impression of how this all will look like in the end. And then we have a little of a TV console here, also quite beautiful. Came out nicely. And then we have a wall panel here. So that's a TV panel. So it will be installed on the wall. If you're wondering how these kind of things are being installed on the wall, I can also show you that. So we have, call it a French cleat. So this piece, they can take it off and it will basically then sit here. So these timber pieces are basically cut on an angle. This is the opposite angle. So this one will sit on the wall and then it will hold this piece. And yeah, so what I just had to discuss with the factory here while it was here is the installation of these electrical outlets. So we have like a double plug here. That's just a sample of it. So this outlet will basically later on sit here, and that's not yet installed. So that is something I was just discussing with them so they can prepare this. And yeah, then we have a couple of dining tables and side tables. I just asked them to leave one out so we can look at it while I'm going through here. And yeah, then they have also like a couple of other furniture here that are being sampled right now. You see some other side tables. This is all not our order, but also nice stuff. Perhaps a little bit more Asian style, but yeah, also very nice quality. And let's have a look. Is this actually opening? Well, yeah, pretty cool. So closing not working as well. Let's try another one. Yeah. With a little bit more power it works. So, and here another sample piece. A mock-up piece of an armchair. Very beautiful. With a nice cushion on it. You can see like a nice timber detail here on the bottom, and then the PU leather. Oh yeah, and here we have a couple of other sample pieces. Let's also look at that because I think that's always very interesting to see. So we have some bedside tables with a nice golden knob handle. Okay, so that's working well. Beautiful. And a little bit of a mini bar unit. Looks also beautiful. Open it. Small drawer here on top. Yeah, that's nice for a wine bottle perhaps, or a water bottle. And a little bit space for the fridge, for the mini bar. And a fancy chair. So you can see these details here, they make it really unique. We also have a few other cabinetry items here. So a shelf, was very nice.我做一下，好不好？好，舒服，不错。Yeah. Alright, so that was everything from my trip today to this hotel furniture manufacturer here in China. I hope you liked the insights to see a little bit how a factory like this looks and what they do, how they work. And yeah, if you're interested in sourcing hotel furniture or any other fit-out materials for your building project or hotel, feel free to contact us. We'll be happy to consult you on it. Hopefully we can help you to achieve the procurement from China. All right, hope to see you soon. Thanks and bye-bye.